What's going on? So, another day of me. Hold on, give me a second. Another day of me defending my case, right? And so, let me just show y'all. So, right around. Oh, damn, you can't see where. Okay, here. Right around that area, there was people, a group of people drinking. Now that group of people should have been on this side. Where is it? Should have been on that side. Instead, they were on that side, which is the side of my landowner's side. And if he wanted to, he could press charges like trespassing and stuff like that. But he didn't, you know. Instead, they charged me with trespassing because I was like around there. Right across the street from where I live, right there. Right across the street. So I went there, right? Let me show a better picture. Let's see. Maybe an overview. So this overview, right? Like I said, they were right there. I'll show you another picture. And I was right behind those trucks where you can't see. And this is where I live, right there, right across the street, which people were viewing from the windows. I have witnesses that saw the whole scene. Not all of them want to, go to court, so it's hard to convince them. But there are one or two that'll probably show up. But again, let me show you another picture. This is the picture of the people. Oh yeah, you can't see it. Shit. It zooms it in. But anyway, you see one, and they're like right there, bunched up together. Let me show you the perpetrator's car. See? Can't get the license plate, but I got his car. And then here's another one where him. This is me after like the physical altercation. He goes back towards the car. There's actually another person, but I didn't catch him. I didn't catch him in the camera, you know. But this one, this picture right here. Let me see if I can get a better picture, man. Maybe using can't zoom it out. Damn. Anyway, in this let me show you. I showed you already. Yeah, damn. Oh, I can't catch it. Like, anyway, so like I said, this picture right here. This picture right here, where you see this blue car parked and that guy right there. There's more people on that side. It's just this shit is zoomed zoomed all the way out and shit. I can't even zoom it out. But what you see, right, in another angle is this right here. Watch. What you see is them right where that car is at. Because these two things right here, right there, those are containers. And they're like in that shade, that part that's all shaded. That's where they're at. That's where the blue car is at. Right there. That's where the blue car, you know. And then a group of people right there. And like I said, I'm like all the way up here, just, trying to mind my own business. Actually, I was doing a TikTok. You know. I was doing a TikTok live like I'm doing right now. And I was like right behind there, just doing that on my, by myself, with you guys. And then, again, the group of drunks were on this side when they should have been on that side. Because they're separate businesses. So, when this perpetrator, right, one of them, comes out, he goes towards that part where I'm talking about. He goes towards this part, like all the way back there. He's like right there. He goes, before I snap that picture, he's in there fighting with me and the other. There's two of them. I'm fighting off, I'm standing on the block punching, and they're like trying to assault me, and so that's when the cops come and they arrest me. But as you can see, they were the ones that started it. And like I said, I shown you my bruises. Look, these are scrapes, that they did. It came out worse for him, but I got injured. And this is just another day of me defending myself, practicing with more evidence. Like I said, they were trespassing. Now the owner should have filed charges, but he didn't know nothing. So they charged me instead. And there's the TikTok video, like I said, that shows when he's trying to start something provocative. He's the provocateur, because in the video you see him saying, "Oh, I don't care, I work here," and he's aggressive towards me, and I'm trying to diffuse it. I'm like, "Yo, can you not do that?" Like I'm sitting here, like I'm trying to diffuse the situation, and he's like, you could detect in his voice, like he had aggression and he wanted to like just start something. And as the situation goes more further, he right, because I'm trying to like log off too. Like I'm on TikTok live, and I'm like, I don't want the people to see this. It's about to go down. I should have just kept letting it recording, but I don't know. One of those things, like I didn't want to like keep recording this shit. But as he like reaches to hurt me, I think the phone falls, but at the same time it disconnects, and my phone suffered a little scratch on the screen, and I probably gotta fix that now. But so you don't really see the actual fight, but you could see who provoked before the altercation happened. And hopefully that's enough to persuade the court that it was there was a criminal intent on their part with aggression. And like I said, they were not where they were supposed to be. They might just say I wasn't supposed to be there either. Okay, I wasn't supposed to be there, but I have video that he provoked, that he started it and he wanted to hurt me. And and like I said, the witnesses from right there, because like I said, I'm like right across the street. I just walked all the way there across the street from there. So the people that were there, like, this is a house full of a lot of people, you know. There's windows and that could see straight because it's like across the street, you see. Right around, so it's across the street. So while I'm like fighting, there's people witnessing this, and they seeing, and then they see me, you know, when the cops come, they see me detained. So they're all like, yo, what's going on? But I have a few that saw how it started, and hopefully one or two will show up, you know. There are others who are afraid. Maybe they got some court problems and they don't want to, like, you know, be involved, which I don't blame them, you know what I mean? But let's see what happens. Maybe I don't have to use them, you know. I won't need to use them. But yeah, I just wanted to, like, be prepared. Alright, that's it. That's another one. You know, when you're outside, you realize how powerful you can defend your case when you're on the outside, as opposed from fighting your case from the inside. You know, because there's a lot of people who are locked up, and you know they're not gonna do this research. They're not gonna go to the crime of the scene and take pictures and try, you know, maybe because they're in jail. You know, but had they been outside, they probably still wouldn't do it. I'm just like, you know, I think ahead, and I'm like doing private investigative shit, because every time I got arrested or got locked up, it was due to private investigators coming up with, you know, false allegations. But the fact that they had work that can convince the court, that basically made it enough for them to put me away behind bars, and I got charged and I suffered the consequences because of this. But since then I learned how they operate. I'm like, okay, so behind, you know, you just learn things, you know, like you kind of see how they work, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what they're doing to try to, like, find, you know, false allegations and shit. So you kind of pick up on these things, and you start doing it on your own, instead of like to counteract, you know, the private eye, because the private eye, they think like their evidence can't be rebutted or refuted. And hopefully, you know, with mindsets like mine who defend their own case, the private eye's accounts will be irrelevant. And like I said, got plenty of time. This is practice, you know. Alright, thanks for tuning in. That's that with all of that.